Hey guys, it's Jodie and welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to be talking about all of the books that I'm planning to read in May, and I'm very excited about all of these books. I have quite a different variety of books here and I'm just hoping I can get to most of them. So yeah, if you would like to see all the books I'm planning to read in May, then please keep watching this video. So excited about these, and yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Okay, so I'm not really gonna go in any particular order here, and I do have a lot of books on my TBR. As always, I'm being super ambitious and I'm adding a ton of books here, so I'm hoping that I do get to most of these. I don't know if I will, because I do tend to mood read as well, but I'm gonna try my best. These are all the books I'm currently in the mood for. So the first book I have here is Beach Read by Emily Henry, and I honestly don't know much about this at all. The only reason I'm putting this on my TBR is because last month I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry and I really enjoyed that book. It was a really fun and like cutesy kind of romance, and I just really enjoyed the writing style, so I really want to pick up her other novels, and I've heard really good things about this one in particular. And yeah, this is about two writers, I think, on like some kind of vacation, and they kind of end up like helping each other out to create this kind of cool novel, and I think they obviously start to fall for each other. And I've seen like a few lines out of here on TikTok and things that just immediately made me want to read this. So yeah, don't know a lot about it, but very excited for it because I really enjoyed her other book, so let's hope I like this one. Then next we have Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi, and this has been on my shelf for about a year or so now, and I just really want to read it. And how gorgeous is this cover? Like, I love it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it has like this little bit here of gold, and it's just so pretty. Like, I just love it. It's about two different characters. We have Penny Lee and Sam, and they're both in kind of different predicaments in life. They're at different stages of life, they're doing different things, and then one day their paths cross, and it's really awkward, but they end up like swapping numbers and they keep in touch, and they end up really getting to know each other via like text, I assume, and they share like everything with each other. And I think obviously a bit of like a romance maybe starts to take place or something. I think this is more of a contemporary than a romance, but I'm really excited to read this because I have heard really good things about it, and I've always wanted to read one of Mary H.K. Choi's books before, so I'm really excited, and hopefully I do get to my first one during May. But yeah, this is supposed to be amazing, so let's hope we get to it. Okay, so this next book is a book that I actually want to finish, that I started reading last year, and I was really loving this when I started it. I just put it to one side because I wasn't in the mood for fantasy anymore, and then I just forgot to pick it back up, so I'm hoping to pick it back up again in May, and that is Wicked Fox, and this is by Kat Cho, and I am just really excited to dive back into this because I was so loving it, as you can tell by the like ridiculous amount of tabs that are already in this book. And this is only 100 pages in, and like I tabbed a lot, so yeah, I really want to jump back into this. I do still remember most of the story, so if I find that I've maybe forgotten things when I start reading it, I'll either read a summary online or I will start over again. But yeah, I was on chapter 16, so I'm hoping to continue with this book again and finish it. And I'm also really excited about Kat Cho's new book that's coming out, which is Once Upon a K-Prom. Just, that's gonna be probably one of my favorite books of the year. I'm already putting it out there. I am so excited to read it. I really do want to pick this one up again and hopefully finish it. This one is inspired by Korean mythology, and in this we follow I can't remember what her name is, Myung, and she's a gumiho, I think is how you pronounce it, and that's basically a nine-tailed fox. And then one day she saves this guy from being eaten by, I don't know if it's like some kind of creature, and he obviously like discovers her secret, and then I think they end up going to the same school or something like that, and they end up meeting, and yeah, their paths cross and it goes from there. So it's got lots of Korean folklore in here, there's romance in here, and it was just so good. I was really enjoying it, so I'm really excited to get back into this book again and into the world and just see what happens. Just cannot wait to read it. Okay, so next we have Ellie Kennedy's The Score, and this is just a fun romance book. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's just fun romance. And I read The Mistake by Ellie Kennedy last month, which is the second book in the Off-Campus series, and I think I gave it 3 stars, but I'd probably drop it to like 2.5. And it was just a fun romance, and I've heard this one is the best one yet, and I'm very, very excited. I just like these are the kind of books to just kind of read in like a day, like to just sit down and binge read and just enjoy. Like, it's just fun romance essentially. Oh, I just found one of my missing bookmarks. Happy days. I did not know where that was, and now I just found it. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this, and I always do a 24-hour 48-hour readathon with my patrons every month. So yeah, I probably will save this for one of the readathons, but I'm really excited to get to this. I feel like I'm going to really, really like it. Basically, we follow Ellie, Hayes, and we also have Dean, and Dean is an ice hockey player, and essentially like this series is centered around like a group of guys who are on the same team and like girls. So like there'll be mentions of characters from like the previous books and like the future ones to come. But yeah, we follow Ellie, and she ends up having like a rebound situation with a Dean who's like a known player. Like, he just does not do relationships, and after that she's like, absolutely not, I'm never going there again. Like, that's it, I just needed like a rebound, I needed to get my ex on my system. But then he's like, well, no, like, no, I'm not having that. And he decides he's going to pursue her. And yeah, it's basically about their romance, and this is supposed to be the best one. Really excited. I will be surprised if I can hold off to my readathon reading this. I might end up picking up beforehand because I'm just so excited for it. If that happens, then I'll probably read the next one in the series. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to read this. It's just a really, really fun series. Okay, so next we have this big book, and this book is over 700 pages long. And this is Zodiac Academy book 4, which is Shadow Princess. So I actually started this at the very start of April, and I put it down for a while because I had other books to read, and obviously it is very big. And I also got spoiled for something that's coming up on one of the other books, and it literally like terrifies me. I really am like dreading reading it, and I just decided to put this down for a bit. This is what I do when I get into series. It's so bad. But I want to dive back into this because I honestly just love this world so much, and the characters. Like, this series is so freaking good. Like, honestly, I can't. And yeah, I just need to put like my big girl pants on and just continue. And if I get my heart broken, I get my heart broken. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to continue with this. Essentially, the Zodiac Academy series is like bully romance and fantasy. It's got the magical school kind of vibe like you get with Harry Potter, but it is a lot more adult. And we have these two sisters called the Vega twins, and they are like the most powerful people in this world, and they're also like the long lost like heirs to this throne. They're being bullied and kind of forced out by the 4 celestial heirs who go to their school, and their parents are currently like ruling in their place because nobody knew they were still alive until recently. So now everything's kind of gone to shit, and we've also got these weird creepy creature nymph things like causing trouble, and I can sense a conspiracy going on and just lots of things. It's just a really, really good series. I highly recommend this series. Like, the second book, just so stunning. But yes, I'm very, very excited to continue on with it. Hopefully I do continue on with this book this month and get it read, but it is a very, very big book, and I have a lot of other books I need to get to. Okay, so next we have this month's Patreon buddy read. So for those of you who don't know, I have a Patreon, and we do a monthly buddy read every month. We chat on the Discord about it. I do a spoiler-filled reading vlog, and it's just a fun time. If you want to join us, the link is below. But the book for this month is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio, and I'm so unbelievably excited for this book. So I read Axio's book last year called XOXO, and it was in my top 10 books of 2021. It was so good. I absolutely loved it. It gave me such good vibes. If you're a K-pop fan, you need to read it. Honestly, loved it. Probably in like my top books of all time. Like, I just loved it, and I'm very excited for this because it's her most recent release, and this is a book that is inspired by Korean legends, and it's very feminist, and it is described as like Studio Ghibli Spirited Away in a book, basically. And I love that film. It's my favorite ever, and I cannot wait to read this because apparently it has those vibes, and it just sounds so good. And like, look how beautiful this is. This is the standard hardcover, and I'm just obsessed. And if I love this book, then I'm gonna buy the US cover as well because that is just so pretty. But essentially this follows Mina, and it says, for generations deadly storms have ravaged her homeland. Her people believe the sea god, once their protector, now curses them with death and despair. To appease him each year, a maiden is thrown into the sea in the hopes that one day the true bride will be chosen and end the suffering. Many believe that Mina's brother's beloved is the true bride, but on the night she is to be sacrificed, Mina's brother follows her, knowing that to interfere is a death sentence. To save her brother, Mina throws herself into the water in his stead. Swept away to the spirit realm, a magical city of lesser gods and mythical beasts, Mina finds the sea god, trapped in an enchanted sleep. With the help of a mysterious young man and a motley crew of demons, gods and spirits, Mina sets out to wake him and bring an end to the storms once and for all. But she doesn't have much time. A human cannot live long in the land of the spirits, and there are those who would do anything to keep the sea god from waking. So yeah, definitely just have those vibes, and it just sounds really, really gorgeous. I love the sound of the world and everything. Very, very excited to read this. So I will be filming a spoiler filled vlog exclusively for my patrons, and I literally am just like, I want to start this now. Like, I want to start it now. Okay, so speaking of Patreon buddy reads, I am still currently reading Gallant by V. Schwab as I'm filming this. So I'm hoping to finish that at the very, very start of May. The reason that one is late being read is because I literally just finished This Woven Kingdom, which is our previous month's book, because I literally took forever to read it. I absolutely hated it. I wanted to DNF it, but I stuck it out. It just took me forever to get through. So I'm hoping to finish up Gallant ASAP. So that is on my TBR for this month, but I will be finishing it at the start of May and having a vlog up for that as well. So yeah, that is technically still on my TBR as well. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going in any order, so I'm going to show you guys a few random things now. So firstly, I think I'm going to do a reread of the Heartstopper graphic novels, because as you guys know, the show came out and I just really want to reread them. I've never reread them before, so I feel like doing so now is the perfect time. So yeah, I think I'm going to reread these one day, and then once I've done that, I am going to read Solitaire by Alice Oseman, and I might be buddy reading this with my friend as well. And essentially this follows Charlie's older sister, who is in the Heartstopper graphic novels and the show, and I think there is mentions of Charlie in here as well. It basically follows her, and I'm really, really excited to read it and find out more about her and like her dynamic with Charlie from her point of view and things like that. And I've heard that this is really, really good, and it is just under 400 pages, but there's not like tons of text on a page, so I feel like this will be like a faster read. So I'm hoping to get to all of these this month, a nice little reread, and then read this, a novel as well by Alice Oseman. So yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Heartstopper is literally just the coziest, most heartwarming and just amazing graphic novel series you'll ever read. Highly recommend. It's just been my favorite for so long, and I just want to be back in this series again. So yeah, hopefully we'll reread them and then get to this one. So I'm putting them on my TBR. Okay, another graphic novel that I have on my TBR is Alone in Space, a collection, and this is by Tilly Walden. I've never read anything by Tilly Walden before, but the reason I want to read this is because I just really like how the art style looks in it as well, and I've had this on my shelf now for so long, so I figured now would be a perfect time to read this. So there's a few different comics in here about a whole range of different topics, and they kind of just follow like real life things and like adulthood and like lots of different things, and I just think this will be like a really, really fun graphic novel, and I want to read some more of the graphic novels on my shelf that I haven't yet gotten to, and this is definitely one of them. And this cover is so gorgeous, I absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm hoping that I do get to this one, because I do love reading a graphic novel from time to time, and I feel like I will really, really enjoy this one. And this might be another one that I keep for my readathon, but we'll see. So yeah, I am popping this on my TBR as well. And then following on from graphic novels, I do have some manga that I want to read in May. Now I have a lot of manga I want to read that isn't in this pile, but I'm not going to show it because there's just too many. I'm currently halfway through Waiting for Spring, so I want to read the next 7 volumes in that, but I'm waiting for them to actually arrive, because I do have like odd volumes, but I finally managed to get hold of the ones I was missing. So I want to read the whole of the series now, like the rest of the manga that I haven't read. I'm also going to read all of the Aoharu Ride manga as well, because I have like volume 1, 2, 5, 7, 9 and like a few others, so I've been ordering the missing ones of those because I've finally been able to get those as well. So I'm planning to read all of those too, because I'm really enjoying them. And then I also want to read Cheeky Brat volume 3, which does come out on the 24th of May, so I will be reading that as well. But yes, I'm going to read those, but these are the manga that I have here to show you guys. So I'm missing one because it's in my bag, but I'm hoping to get to volumes 2 to 5 of Fruits Basket, and I don't have volume 2 here, but I recently read volume 1. I really, really loved it, so I do want to get to all of these. They are quite long though, like each of these is like, I think it does say sometimes it's like 200, 300 pages each, and yeah, it's going to take me a while to get through them, but hopefully I can get through the 4 volumes of this as well. I feel like I can do it. Let's hope that I can. And then the last manga that I have on my TBR is A Love Sickness by Junji Ito. I'm hoping to get to this. I'm slowly making my way through my Junji Ito collection of the ones that I haven't read yet, and this is one of them. So hopefully I do get to this one. All I know is this is about like this beautiful person, and they intoxicate a small town and everything goes to shit basically. And in typical Junji Ito fashion, it's going to be gross, it's going to be grotesque. We love it. Just very excited. So yeah, hopefully I can get to this during May and it will be a fun time because I do love me a good Junji Ito. Then next I want to read Kiki's Delivery Service, and I am very excited to read this. I've never read it before, and the lovely Tabitha got me this for my birthday the other year, so I really do want to read it, so thank you Tabitha. And I'm just so excited for this because I really enjoy the film, and the main reason that I love it is this little guy right here. Cute. Just reminds me of Frankie as well. Just, yeah, that's the main reason I want to read this, I'm not gonna lie. I just really am in the mood for like wholesome reads at the moment, so this is definitely gonna be wholesome. And like I said, never read the book before, so I'm very excited to finally pick this up. And it's quite short, so it will be a nice quick read hopefully to squeeze in this month, and I'm just very excited for all the cutesy vibes that this will bring. Okay, and then we have a reread. So I'm already like a good chunk of the way through this. I'd say like a third of the way through, and that's Throne of Glass. I'm listening to this on audio at the moment, so I'm currently on chapter like 22 or 23, and I'm loving my reread. I was originally annotating and tabbing this because I've never done that for Throne of Glass before when I was physically reading it, but I switched to the audio, so I'm obviously not doing that now, which is kind of rubbish, but I just don't have the time to annotate this book as well. I just want to listen to it on audio as a nice easy read, and like I said, I've already read it before, so it's fine. I will read it again in the future and tab it then, but yeah, I'm listening to this on audio, so I am about a third of the way through. I'm not really going to go into what this is about because if you're a regular viewer on my channel, I've talked about this book a million times and most people know what this book is. It's about an assassin, and there's fae in here, and murder and action, just all different things. It's a really good series. I haven't finished the series yet, which is why I've started rereading this, because I have always been too scared to. So I'm going to be rereading all of the books that I have read, and then obviously reading the ones that I haven't. So I'm obviously starting with this one because I already reread Assassin's Blade not too long ago and I just don't want to read it. So yeah, anyway, this is my reread. Listen to it on audio, hoping to finish it in the next few days, but I am really enjoying my reread. It's really fun, and I've never listened to the audiobooks before, so I am having a lot of fun listening to those. And yeah, this is on the TBR. Okay, so the last actual book before I get to poetry on my TBR is this one here, which is Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, and this is translated from Japanese, and I'm really excited for this. I don't know a ton about it. I just had it recommended to me. I've read a few translated fiction recently that I've just been really loving, and I am trying to get out of my comfort zone when it comes to books this year, and translated fiction was one of my reading goals, and I have been enjoying it as like a genre itself. So I picked this up recently at the bookstore and I thought this would be a good one to read. It's also fairly short as well, so it'll be a good one to read for potentially a readathon or just one to squeeze in because this month is busy for me. So yeah, this follows a woman who works in a convenience store, and she's worked there for a very long time, and like her parents wish she got a better job. Like everyone just wants her to like get married and stuff like that, but she's kind of just content as she already is. And yeah, it's basically about her, and I just think it sounds really good. It's had really good reviews, and I just really want to read it. So I am hoping that I do get to this in May, but I don't know for sure if I will. We'll see. But this is like my translated fiction book of the month if I'm going to read one. And then lastly, I have 2 poetry books. So I have an Amanda Lovelace, which is Shine Your Icy Crown. This was on my TBR last month, but I didn't get to it, so I want to read it this month. I've read a couple of her poetry books recently and I'm really enjoying them, so I'm hoping to read this one next. And then we have this one here, which has a piece of string stuck to it. And this is Sparks of Phoenix, and this one was recommended to me by my friend, and yeah, I'm just excited to read it because I love it when my friends give me recommendations. I love reading what they like and seeing if I do as well. And this poetry style is supposed to be quite similar to Amanda Lovelace, so I'm very excited for that. And look how gorgeous this cover is as well. So yeah, I'm planning to read both of these poetry books as well. But that does conclude everything that is on my TBR this month. I know it's a very big and ambitious TBR, and I am very busy in May, but I'm hoping that I can manage to read like a decent amount of these. I'm definitely in a reading mood. I've already read I think 6 manga so far this month, and it's the 2nd of May, so I'm not doing too bad. I'm in a reading mood. I'm hoping I can stick in the reading mood because I just miss like reading all the time. So yeah, I'm hoping that my selection of books is going to keep that reading mood going throughout the month, because last month was full of like mostly 2 and 3 star reads for me. There was a couple of 5-star reads, but besides that most of it was like 2 and 3 stars. So I really want like 5 4-star reads for most of these books. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that I will get that. And I am going to be rereading a few books, so that's nice as well. At least I know I have those. But yeah, I'm very excited about all my picks for the month, hoping that I love them all. Let me know in the comments what you're planning to read in May so I can chat to you guys about the books, or if you've read any of the books that I will be reading, let me know your thoughts down below. Did you like them? Did you hate them? What did you rate them? Let me know. Let's talk about all the books in the comments. If you did make it to the end of this video, leave a little bear emoji in the comments, and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up as well. And let me know how you've been doing recently as well. Let's chat down below. Don't forget to check the description box for all of my social media, a list of all the books I have mentioned, and you can also find the link to my Patreon there for the monthly buddy read and for other things like extra videos, a Discord, live shows. I've started doing those again on Patreon, which is really fun. So all of that is on there if you are interested in it. If you're new here as well, don't forget to subscribe for new videos every single week from me. I've got a lot of exciting content coming up and I feel like you guys don't want to miss it, so make sure you're subscribed. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you're all safe and well. I hope you read lots of good books in May, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.